Hello, Evolution family. Welcome to sales tools and tips with Reggie. But I have a special guest, our dear friend from Delta Vacations, Mary Dring. Mary, thank you for joining us.
Of course. Thank you for having me.
So we've discovered my mic might be a little low, so I'm going to talk as loud as I can. So please give Amanda, our producer, a thumbs up if you can hear me. And Mary, say something, see if they can hear you.
Hey, say something. Hi. Hey, happy Travel Advisor Appreciation Month.
Yes, please give us thumbs up that you guys can hear us. Okay, good. So the topic besides sell is we just discovered, Mary and I were watching the reel that you guys were playing, I don't know, the intro. I need a new wardrobe because I'm finding out I'm wearing the same clothes like every other week on these. So I think it's shopping time.
Have something set up in here. Your week's whatever you want to wear.
So yeah, I'm going to have my own personal wardrobe person. I don't, what is that called?
I don't know. An assistant.
A stylist.
A stylist. There you go.
Yeah. So anyways, we're here to maximize our sales, tools and tips for travel advisors such as yourself. If you're brand new to Evolution, welcome. We're really excited you're watching this. If you're a veteran of Evolution, thank you for joining us. You guys all know who this is. One of the best BDMs in the country, Mary Dring.
Thank you.
And so we're really excited to have you here. Next slide, Amanda, because I just said everything you put on there. All right, so we're going to get right into it, everyone. So, Mary, what is the best education resource available for travel agents looking to specialize in selling Delta Vacations?
Well, I think number one, it's right here.
Yes.
Obviously. I think that's goes to you guys and all that you put in investing into their education. So everything that you guys are doing is absolutely key. As far as, allowing me to come on, I've got another week in October coming in here and doing some training and also listening to them about, at the convention, I got a lot of feedback this year, just on some of the things that they specifically need, but to really specialize in it, you really have to kind of embrace Delta and where Delta flies and who Delta Airlines is, because we ride the coattails of Delta, and a lot of our products and services mimic that of what Delta is and who Delta is and who their customers are on Delta. So
awesome. Whoa, she just went right to World Agent Direct. Look at that. I didn't even know we're going on cue. Amanda, I had a, go ahead, Amanda, speak.
Well, just an example of something else Mary was talking about. They also have their sales training section on World Agent Direct, so feel free to check that out.
Yeah, if I can just mention that that sales training tool, we do nationwide educational webinars every single week. So you advisors can go on to World Agent Direct. It says register now. You can see that on your screen, and they can just click on that and register for any of the national webinars that we do. And they're destinations. They are on products. They are on hotel-specific brands. And what's really cool on a lot of those is if you're going on the live webinar, because a lot of these we actually record and put them back on the Marketing Hub. If you're going on live, a lot of those actually do giveaways while you're on the phone on that particular webinar. They'll give away 3 free nights or some kind of door prize. So, look for those on World Agent Direct under the marketing or the sales training tab.
Awesome. Number 2, what marketing materials do you have travel agents on Delta Vacation Marketing Hub? and my daughter's calling at the same time.
Yeah.
Once again, this is live. This is not a recording. This is live. So, what marketing materials do you have to travel agents on Delta Vacations Marketing Hub?
Yeah, well, Amanda's got it up there. That is what you're looking at up there in the top right-hand corner is the marketing materials tab. When you go in there, it's called the Marketing Hub. And as you can see, we've got a lot of different areas you can go into. One area will feature any kind of promo special, which we've got going right now with Travel Advisor Appreciation Month. So you'll see flyers. And in here we have customizable flyers. So now you can upload, put your agency logo in there, your call to action on any of the type of products or services that we're offering, like use or pay with miles. We've got a customizable flyer you can send out you can make it as a PDF or have it as a physical flyer, with your name and call to action on it. We've got e-postcards out there. So somebody's traveling, these e-postcards are great. You can send it out, especially after they travel. One thing before travel, but after they travel, to send them, how was your trip? Glad you're back. Can't wait to hear how it went. Looking forward to setting you up for your next vacation. But all of the promos, logos, images, all of them that are on there are usable. You can access any of them anytime.
Fantastic. And last but not least, what tools can agents access on the Resource Center page?
Yeah, this is actually on, it's on the website.
Okay.
The Resource Center tab is kind of all of our terms, conditions, policies, procedures. One thing that I love on this one, on that tab, is the Quick Reference Guide.
Yes.
And Quick Reference Guide is a great way to find out where Delta flies nonstop to, because a lot of you don't have computers at home to find out flights, although I always say go to the app. But on that page is that Resource Center guide. It'll tell you everywhere that Delta flies nonstop to. So if it's Atlanta to Athens, Boston to Athens, New York to Athens, where do we fly nonstop to? It also will tell you from our main hubs where we fly from nonstop. So out of LA, we fly to New Zealand, we fly to Sydney, we fly to Cancun, all the different destinations we fly to out of a particular city. So it really has a lot to offer there. We also have on there, it's not just marketing, but other tools for knowing about passport and visa applications.
Oh, that's big.
That is key.
Important.
I mean, it's not all just marketing,
right,
but to tell your customer that, hey, I can find out for you what you need. Let me have this. It's actually what Delta Airlines uses at the airport. So it's actually a third party, but it's housed on the website, and they can go in there and find out, if they have a certain foreign country passport, what kind of visas that they need and entry requirements for other countries, which is really key because it's going to be happening more and more.
Yes. So please use your resources. So how do you engage your audience? How do you get more clients or keep your clients with you? One is some key ideas here. Number one, limit time deals and exclusive offers. Number two, create engagement posts on social media. And last but not least, have a themed travel party or a booth at a local market. Mary, I'm sure you've used some of these back in your day.
Oh, yes. I have done plenty of these in conjunction with my travel advisor partners out there. But anytime you can get your name out there, co-branding too, or cross-utilization of things. People have gone into bridal shops, and done things in bridal shops. They've got to have a honeymoon. Same thing with jewelry or those kinds of things, to do that crossover in marketing.
So this morning, just so you guys know, I was at a location with a friend of mine. We were interviewing high school students for a scholarship that we're giving away. And he handed me a pin. And it was his company's name on it.
Oh, yeah.
And it was pretty neat because we were talking about branding yourself.
Sure.
And he's a realtor.
Right.
And so he works for himself, kind of like our travel advisors. And he says he has Post-its, pens, everything he's branded. His polo shirt he was wearing today had his logo on it.
That's what you need.
That's what I need. Polo shirts with Archer Travel.
Archer Travel on it. That would be kind of cool.
So that's kind of, another key marketing idea.
Getting your name out there.
When you're at these theme parties, have a bunch of pins and Post-its and trinkets with your name on there.
I've seen things where they put it in these little bags, their business card, and maybe some kind of tchotchke, or even it's something to that effect that makes it just prettier than a business card sometimes. But to your point, having a pin, it's being visible. It's keeping yourself out in front of your customers as much as possible.
So there you go. Okay, boosting visibility.
Saying that.
Yeah, we're just talking about. Give us some insight on what types of client agents should try to reach on social media.
Everyone.
I
don't think there's anybody who's not on social media. We're all scrolling. I think that it doesn't really matter. I think a lot of people will look at their maybe niche marketing. What we find now, and especially for Delta Vacations, and we have this even on our website, social media opportunities and posts, But again, specifically to Delta Vacations, is somebody who is a frequent flyer. Yep. They're a SkyMiles member or they're a Medallion member. So matching that customer to the product is really key. Yep. And so, when I talk about use miles, a lot of folks are out there calling the airline directly to cash in their miles, and then they call you just for the land portion. Right. Whereas now you can do the whole booking all through you, earning the commission on the air and the land by them contacting you. So now here's an opportunity where you're going to actually help them out, because when they have a free ticket, one, they don't get any miles on it when they fly. With us, using their miles, they burn them and they earn them again when they're flying with us. So it's a real opportunity to really match that customer, making sure that you're either finding the niche that you like, whether it's honeymoons, whether it's, animal trip, yep. people who travel with animals, or maybe it's even, people with disabilities. I think if you've got a niche, that really is key to, having a theme and keeping it out yep. there, doing something on a regular basis.
Love it. And number 2 here, how can travel agents experience a trip with Delta Vacations?
Well, we do have an agent incentive out there. It's rewards to go. Okay. And for everything that they're booking, basically they're earning points towards their own vacation. So, every time you sell something, you're going to earn something. We've got some promotions, incentives out there right now for certain destinations. They can earn a free ticket, or one that we have when they're selling certain classes of cabin. They're earning actually a voucher towards Delta Airlines. So now if you're selling a Delta One or first class ticket, every person you sell for that, they're going to earn $30 in a Delta Airlines voucher, and they can use it towards their Delta Vacation package.
That's great.
Yeah.
And that is called Rewards to Go?
Rewards to Go is the one when they sell everything, mm-hmm. and then we've got these other promotions that you can find on World Agent Direct under those agent incentive tab, where we've got those other kind of limited time offers like you were mentioning.
Awesome. Okay, question for our travel advisors. Thumbs up, thumbs down. Do you post for engagements on social media? I'm hoping everyone gives us thumbs up, Mary. I hope everyone's participating and they're posting supplier content regularly. Are they promoting limited time deals? When you're promoting, please make sure you do like hashtag Delta Vacation, hashtag travel deals, and when you're posting supplier content, share clients' testimonial pictures. That's so important. Do you want to elaborate anything on that?
I love that you're talking about hashtag Delta Vacations, mm-hmm. Hashtag SkyMiles, those kinds of things, because those are going to really have people attracted. There's nobody out there that's not a SkyMiles member anymore. In certain markets, if you're in big Delta markets out there, they're all SkyMiles members, and a lot of them are Medallion members, which is also key with Delta Vacations, because they're earning the points and the miles. They don't expire, all those kinds of things. But that's kind of, easy to target them. They're going, wait a minute, you're what do you mean you have SkyMiles? How do I do that with you? So it really is beneficial.
Well, there you go. Selling the experience, not just the product. Crafting compelling stories to sell. Number 1, do you have an example of how Delta Vacations has created memorable experiences for customers?
Yeah, we have really curated, again, our product more and more towards that SkyMiles customer, which we know a SkyMiles customer is typically more fluent, they travel more frequently, and they will pay for it. Yeah. They will pay for that, and they are loyal to the brand. So with that, we also, like I said, we're cultivating our product. So we have come out with some really cool, very customizable tours. A lot of them are private tours. One that I can speak to that we use a lot of is called Secret Food Tours. Okay. And that's the name of the company. And I've done it actually in Paris, where we went up in the Montmartre area and went out, and our guide took us to a macaron shop, cheese shop, meat shop, and then we all went down into this I don't even know. I would call it a speakeasy here, but it wasn't that. Whatever it is in France, in Paris. And we drank the wine, and he told us stories and all these really cool things. And it just opened up conversation with other people. And it was a very small group. There were only like 8 of us. But we have some of these that are actually private tours that are olive tasting tours or a nighttime driver through Rome. Somebody, you go, here's all the places I want to see. You've got 3 hours, and they will take you around and do it themselves.
That's pretty cool.
With local guides who have to be certified, know the destination. We vet all of them, so they are curated again. For those destinations and for those tours. I did one in Athens too.
Oh, wow.
That was fabulous.
All right, number 2, how do Delta Vacations go beyond the standard hotel and flight packages to enhance the overall customer experience?
Well, it kind of goes to just what I was saying, is matching that SkyMiles customer. We do a lot of, Delta Airlines does a lot of surveys with SkyMiles customers. We do SkyMiles customer reviews. And even on World Agent Direct, when you're going in there, the first hotels come up, say SkyMiles pick. Oh. And these are SkyMiles customers who've stayed at these properties through Travel Advisor, and we've reviewed them and given them a survey. How would you rate this hotel? And so they're coming back and they're giving you their opinion of what they like, and these are some top picks for them. So those kinds of things to try to enhance the products and services. For you as a travel advisor, we're trying to enhance our website. We're going to hopefully by next January relaunch a new website to make it easier for you to sell and sell up and be able to have even more. I just looked at something today. We just added 29 properties just in the last month. Wow. All boutique properties, all 4- and 5-star properties.
Oh, wow, that's fantastic.
Yeah, so really trying to up that level of that experience.
That's great. And last but not least on this slide, are there ways to customize a vacation package to suit different client types, such as families, honeymooners, adventure seekers?
Yeah, I think a lot of that is, you making sure that you're asking the right questions of your customers, not your customers who've asked their friends who went on a vacation and they loved it, but they may have other criteria of why they love a property. Whereas, somebody says, I love a beach, and these people love a pool. On World Agent Direct, each one of our hotels lists everything they need to know about those different properties. We really have put a lot of detailed information about it. Restaurants, do they want all-inclusives? Do they want a beach? Do they want adult only? Do they want a 5-star, 4-star? So really trying to hone in so you can better sell that customer to a family, to a honeymooner. Do they have kids clubs? Do they have, the sash on the door that says, honeymoon or whatever it is? So, I think you can find just about anything because, again, where Delta flies, there's a lot of these destinations, whether it's, Auckland, New Zealand for an adventure seeker to, somebody who's more into the culture and want to go to Italy and Rome and those areas, which are extremely popular this year.
Fantastic. So just to review, key marketing points for travel agents. Number 1, use storytelling to paint a picture of the client's dream vacations. That's very important. Number 2, share destination highlights and unique selling points of the supplier. We've talked about all this already. And then last but not least, use videos to show glimpses into experience. We're all connected to our phones. And if you can show videos for glimpse of experience, that goes a long way too.
Absolutely. We're finding that really is helpful. And something else that we put on World Agent is like under the Cancun site, you'll know when you go to Mexico, and everybody's like goes through the chicane of all the timeshare people. And that's their first time. We go often. We know what to do. You go all the way outside. What does that person look like? I'm just telling you that. On the site, on the very first page, we have a 1-minute video that you can send to your customer. It's actually for you to send. You can share it to your customer and say, this is exactly what you're going to go through. This is who you're going to see. Here's the sign. Here's the shirt that we wear. When you get out, you're going to go all the way outside. And so that, again, is something that you can share for your customer to, again, to your point, enhancing that experience,
enhancing the experience and makes your client feel safe, knowing that they've gone through an appropriate travel advisor, and use an appropriate supplier such as Delta Vacations. So,
yeah.
Pro tip here, people don't buy trips, they buy experiences and memories. Just like Mary talked about, what a great experience, because your client, like we said, Mexico, send that video to your clients. They know, okay, I'm going to meet this person wearing this shirt, this style, however it works. They're going to come back and say, it was easy peasy getting off the plane, getting to our car, getting to our hotel. That's the experience you want. And they're going to come back and just brag to their friends and family about it. So please make sure you give them a good experience.
Yeah, absolutely.
Well, let's talk about the Travel Advisor Appreciation Month deal, Mary. Let's go about that.
Well, again, this we actually gave it to them, you guys, about 2 weeks prior, back in April 15th. Travel Advisor Appreciation Month is the month of May.
Yes.
And so thank you for your partnership.
Yes, thank you.
You guys are awesome. But it's right now it's up to $250 off their vacation.
Oh, wow.
They have to be a SkyMiles member to get it. But this is good for Mexico, Caribbean, Central and South America, Hawaii, and Europe for travel till the end of the year. So they can depart anytime this year. Does need to be booked by May 31st. Oh. So time's ticking on that. If you do have a booking that you made out there and you didn't have the promo on it, as long as it still has a deposit on it, and as long as it's still valid, you can email me and I will put the promo back on there.
Fantastic.
I also wanted to note that you can get the flyer for that exclusive deal on the Marketing Hub, and that's shown here on the left, just over near Reggie. And I put the Archer affiliate logo. It lets you put a logo in, and then you can put your information below. I didn't put any information, but you can put your information, your name, your phone number, everything. So it's a really nice tool they have for you guys.
Thanks, Amanda. That was great.
So start marketing now. Give us a teaser on the Delta Vacations training on Wednesday at 1 p.m. Pacific time.
Well, again, going back to the convention and even our event that we had here in Los Angeles, it's kind of I always want to do something fun and unique and different, but it always comes back to, how do I book, and how do I get on the site and how do I do it? Because you do have a lot of new folks. You do have some that have been out here for a long time. Again, thank you for those of you who have been booking with us for quite some time. It's a fairly simple site, but this time I'm going to focus on the multi-destination tab. Awesome. I'm going to go through the site. I'm going to do a real high overview of the site, but really focus on making a booking on the multi-destination, because that seems to be the tricky one for most folks. So talking about that tomorrow.
Fantastic. Don't forget, tomorrow, Wednesday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. Stay tuned, because Mary Drain, you get a full hour of Mary, and you can ask all the questions you like. So let's get started. Register for worldagentdirect.com today. Follow instructions on the back office, Travel Cafe, Supplier, Delta Vacation. Join the latest training and use the Marketing Hub to post on social media. Engage with your clients, audience, and build a rapport.
Excellent.
Questions from the Travel Advisor. This is the time they ask you questions.
Okay,
all right. So go ahead. If you have any questions you'd like to ask Mary, we're not going to take them all today. We'll take some. But tomorrow, come back 1 p.m. Pacific time, and you'll get her for the whole hour.
Yeah, absolutely.
Amanda, can we have some questions?
Perfect. Are we able to add food tours along with our package?
Great question. Thank you. Absolutely, and they are commissionable. You can add them at the time of booking or add them like right before you make final payment, but you can add those to any booking at just about any time. You can actually add them later, but final payment, obviously you want to collect that. Final payment with us is due 30 days prior. So just make yourself a note. Maybe, at 37 days prior, reach out to your customer. You can actually send them a list of all the tours in that destination. You can email it over to them and say, here's all the options that you have. Here's the price. Which ones do you want to do? And you can add those.
Fantastic.
Perfect.
Great question.
Mary, are we allowed to post Delta Vacation targeted ads on our social media?
If they're on the website, absolutely. They are out there for you to post. Anytime that we have one, you can post it. Yes.
Perfect. Perfect, thank you. Next question is, do we have to sign up for the rewards program, or are we automatically enrolled when we register on worldagentdirect.com?
It's a great question. And when you got your login with World Agent, you created a profile. And in that profile, down and kind of halfway through it, it says, do you want to participate in Delta Vacations Incentive Program? You have to complete a 1099 because essentially we're giving you money, so we have to report that to the government. So it's a one-time area that you just fill out that basic 1099. It goes on, and now you're enrolled in the Rewards to Go program. So that's the only thing you really need to do. You can go back in there. It is on World Agent under that Resource Center tab that we were talking about. And in the bottom right corner, it says Agent Profile. And that's where you would go in and make sure that you have checked that box that, yes, you want to participate in the Agent Incentive Program.
Perfect.
Amazing. Next question. I'm trying to figure out which one to pick. Oh, do you have any branded material, like merch? They're asking like shirts, polos, etc. that we can buy?
You can purchase it, yes, again, on World Agent Direct. Actually, under that Marketing Materials tab, you click on that and enter the hub, and it says all these different branded items. In fact, I just did it for an agency. We have, mouse pads. We have passport holders. I mean, they're pens. There are notebooks and things like that. I don't know how many T-shirts or that kind of thing if we have on there, but you can definitely shop on there and customize them as well. Yes.
Fantastic.
Great questions.
That was a great question. Another question, Amanda.
Perfect. Mary, what's your favorite destination to travel to?
That's like asking me which one's my favorite kid. You know that?
But she's told me who her favorite child is. So no kidding.
For different reasons.
For different reasons,
right?
yes.
We all have different reasons for different destinations. Well, I think I've said this before to you. Last year, I went to New Zealand, and I just fell back in love with New Zealand, and definitely the South Island of New Zealand. I've always gone to Costa Rica. I love Costa Rica for totally different destination and different reasons. But I have to say, I just fell in love with New Zealand, the people, the country, the air, the cleanliness of the food and everything, about that. I loved it.
Do you post reels, shorts, or on your social media that we can use? I
am not the best social media
yeah,
person out there. And I will make this proclamation to you that by convention, I will have something for you to be able to post. I will make that a goal of mine. My counterparts, they're younger than me. They do it all the time, and I could probably just share them, and that way you can share them as well. So I will get on the stick with that.
You do have reels and shorts on your YouTube page that agents could totally just share to their
I was just going to say that.
Yeah, there you go. Perfect.
And also regular videos that you guys are also able to share directly from the Delta Vacations YouTube page. So
thanks, Amanda.
And also, we post shorts that you guys are able to also share Delta Vacation ones as well this week, so you'll be able to share those as well.
Wonderful.
Cool.
That is really cool.
Let me see if there's any other questions. I don't see any other questions right now, but we are having Mary's training tomorrow, so if you think of any in the meantime, they could ask those during your training, right, Mary?
Absolutely. Thanks.
Wonderful. Mary, thank you so much for coming in.
Of course.
And Evolution family members, thank you so much for joining in today. Please keep booking, be safe, and have a wonderful week. Thank you.